Good day, everyone. My name is Eliza Kathleen D. Calonia from BEd 2C. And today I'm going to report or to discuss the speech organs and how to develop the voice of a human being. But before that, have you ever wondered how people produce their voice? Where's the voice came from? And why do people can sing a very high notes and why other people cannot? So throughout this lesson, you're going to explore and to learn how the voice of human being developed or what are the organs or the part of our human body is responsible for this. So, speech production, it is a process of uttering articulated words or sounds and how humans generate meaningful speech. So, speech doesn't start in our lungs, but starts in our brain. From our brain through the responsible tissues or responsible organs in producing a sound. But our brain is responsible in performing or developing our thoughts and ideas that will transform into a spoken language, just like what I'm doing right now. It is an example of speech production. These organs are categorized into three systems: the respiratory system, the phonatory system, and the articulatory system. But my report or my assigned topic is only focused on respiratory system. Okay, so now let's proceed to our topic for today, which is the speech organs. So, when we say organs, it is part of our body that contains different tissues that have specific function in our body. For example, the lungs. It is responsible to provide the airflow necessary for our speech because we can't produce speech or we can produce the voice without the air that comes in our lungs. That is one of the organs in our body, in a human body. Then the next is the vocal cords. It is located to the larynx. They vibrate to produce sounds as air flows through them. So this vocal cords is also called the vocal voice, which is the passage of the air through our lungs. And the other example of that is the lungs, the tongue, the teeth, the lips, the palates, nasal cavities. But there's a lot of organs in our body that is responsible to produce the sounds. It will discuss to the other reporters later. But we're going to focus from now to our topic, which is the respiratory system. Okay, so what is respiratory system? It is a biological network responsible for oxygen intake and carbon dioxide removal to sustain cellular function. So, respiratory system, it contains our lungs. Lungs, it is responsible for our breathing to inhale the oxygen and exhale the carbon dioxide. So, diba, without the without the air or without the air in our body, we can't easily produce the voice. Because later on, my reporter will elaborate more on how our voice developed through with the use of the respiratory system, which is the lungs. Okay, so respiratory system contains diaphragm, lungs, oral cavity, nasal cavity, and trachea. So those part of our respiratory system has a vital role to help or to develop the voice in every human being because we can produce the voice easily without the proper process of our different parts in our respiratory system. So have you ever encountered like the people na kanang hospitalized because of it's concerned about the lungs? So have you ever wondered some people or a people that was hospitalized because of some some problem in their internal organs. For example, the lungs, 'di ba? Like the they encountered illness that cause of smoking, 'di ba? Na smoking is very dangerous for our health, especially in our lungs, because there's a big impact and has a big tendency that it will cause to that people become a voiceless. Okay, 'di ba? And the cigarettes, there's a picture there na nag represent the people na kanang like wala na sila voice. So ang wala na sila voice because naanay daot ang ilahang dapit is part sa respiratory system, like dili na sila makaproduce og sounds, so the other people will put the hole or kanang bangagan ang ilahang diri dapit sa liog para makaproduce sila og sound or makastorya, but it is very lisudin na siya kaayo to maintain or para mabalik sa normal voice because na-damage na ang imuhang internal organs or the other organs that responsible in developing a voice of a human. So I won't elaborate more the different function or different type of the organs in our that located in our respiratory system because my other reporter will elaborate more and explain more for you to understand and to explore and to know how they've worked or how they've worked together to produce the sound.